everyone to another episode of Xan Talk Show. We are going to code Emacs Lisp today. We are going to write a command to look up YouTube, a command to search YouTube, and another YouTube command, another Emacs Lisp command to embed YouTube video in an HTML page plus the thumbnail, grab the thumbnail. So we're going to do that. And the thumbnail you are seeing is generated by Grok. I'm trying to generate an image of a girl with wild beast horns, the gnu, the gnu horns. So, and about a month or two ago, we talked about artificial intelligence image generation. That's very interesting. So let's just begin coding. And if you are watching this offline, play at 1.5 speed and skip around. If you are watching live, say hi. Okay, let's code it. So look up YouTube. So I'm gonna just start to code it. Emacs Lisp. Start Emacs Lisp. Okay, paste. So that's what we're gonna write. So define function. By the way, for those of you who bought my XA packages, XA Emacs Lisp packages, I just saw an email. I'll reply today, okay? My email is all, like full of emails I haven't read. So usually I read it after a few days. So here's a define function. Look up YouTube of the word under cursor. Okay, that's search YouTube basically. So we are writing this. I have written. So if you look at let's go to XA Emacs blog. So search for XA Emacs tutorial. You'll see my Emacs tutorial on xali.info, and there is a section on XA Emacs packages. So here is a list of my packages, and here is my list of commands. So lots of commands. Those are, you have the source code. You can copy. So there are like tens of them, 30, 40 of them. So we go to XA Emacs packages, and you'll see a package XA looks up. So you can look up Google, the web, or Google, or using Google search engine specifically, or using Yandex, which is from Russia, or using Baidu, which is if you want to search Chinese, you want to know what's going on, what's the mainstream view, the mainstream opinion in China, especially when you have Chinese characters. So Baidu is similar to Google. It's kind of the mainstream, often corrupt point of view. So Google is for USA. So that's why sometimes you don't want Google. Like anytime you search something that's slightly related to politics, or even if you search girls, actresses or whatever, you want to, for example, if you go to Yandex, you'll get much better results. Usually. So Yandex, just remember, Yandex is for in Russia. So and you can also search Wikipedia, XA lookup, or you can search Internet Archive. Internet Archive recently, just last week or in the past month, they have a controversy. It appears supposedly they got hacked. The reason, or this mainstream media says the reason Internet Archive got hacked is because there's some pro-Palestine activist hackers. The reason, so they say the reason is that because the Israel-Gaza war. So they want to destroy Internet Archive, which, the reason given is very silly. Internet Archive is almost have nothing to do with, this war. Those atrocious, very bad. So, but I'm not gonna talk about that. But if the pro-Palestinians hackers, if they want to do something, they got like 10,000 more important websites to hack. not the Internet Archive. So the Internet Archive, the incident happened, this month, actually went back to a few months ago. You can find more detail. I showed the video by the LearnDeck guy about last week. You can find on my Twitter, x.com, Ellen's X. But anyway, so Internet Archive, they got sued in USA by publishers because Internet Archive was trying to, during the COVID, they have some excuse to make these copyrighted books online, supposedly because people cannot visit libraries. So they temporarily trying to make them online. Lots of bad, fishy corruption going on. And of course, usually these kind of incidents in the past 30 years, the earliest one I remember is with the math, Eric's math trove happened in 1990s. Okay, that's this is before Wikipedia. You have this math trove, that like encyclopedia of mathematics written by this Eric guy. But the Eric guy and published by CRC Press, so it's online free, but it also comes with a CD. So remember, this is 1990s. Okay, published by Eric guy. But then the Eric guy joined Wolfram Research, so the website becomes Wolfram Research, and what's the exact detail? I forgot. But then CRC Press is not happy, because we agreed. Oh yeah, I think when he published via CRC Press, the website becomes partially available, not fully available. Commercial, because you have to, when you sell, that's agreement. If you do it free, nobody pays you, like the open source. You die, nobody give a fuck. They just jump to other open source. Open source is an extreme harm. So anyway, the math, I forgot what's the name. So in fact, I have a blog about it. But anyway, we are digressing. But anyway, there is this math CRC Encyclopedia of Math. Okay, let's show it. This incident, I'm personally involved. Okay. So there it is. See, there it is, exactly, this one, okay? So this Eric W. Weinstein, he is I believe he's an astronomist, okay? He got a degree in astronomy. So in 1990s, he has a habit, our personality are similar. We are nerds, we write a lot, we document what we learned. So he accumulated, lots of his notes about mathematics, and eventually it got published in 1999 by CRC Press as the CRC Concise Encyclopedia of Mathematics. And I believe, I don't remember the detail, but I believe since it got published by CRC, the website became only partially available. Like today, this article is available, but not tomorrow. Tomorrow, some other article is available, partially available. Then Eric Weinstein joined Wolfram Research, and Wolfram Research in 2000, it got rebranded as Wolfram Research's Math World, okay? Math World, okay? So okay, so there, and then it became available online fully. So of course, then CRC Press is not happy, so they sued Eric Weinstein, and then it became this event during about year 2000, okay, year 2001, okay. It became a big internet thing, internet drama. This is early days of internet, year 2000, okay. Then it, the popular opinion, of course, this is when open source is like on the scene with Apache and Linux. So the popular opinion is like, CRC, what the evil fuck is the CRC press? We're gonna boycott CRC press. Why people do that? Lots of the masses. Okay, why did they do that? Because they want things for free. You got this nice encyclopedia of math. It's free, but now the CRC press is gonna sue you because of copyright, and so they they push, they defend it by going to the population, the masses. So the masses, or the a lot of like me students, not me exactly, I'll tell you why, but other students, or professors, they demand, they'll say, let's boycott CRC press because they are evil lord. They just want money. They want copyright. Copyright should be banned. Everything should be free. Like the open source fuckheads. Why, so I mean, that's all they want. They want things to be free. They don't have to pay. And their ethical excuse behind it is that this is good for humanity. Information should be free. Like the Pirate Bay, they stealing copyright movies of Hollywood. And many of the hackers, many of you guys, like saying, we should, we should have, everything should be free. The best thing in life is free. One bunch of lies. What they really want is just get things for, they don't have to pay. It benefits these people, the average people. They don't care. They care only when this is their own thing, when it happened to them. For example, if you are running a company, then suddenly you don't like this, these masses making a scene of things. They will call you, they will say you are evil. You are the evil lord, and on and on. The mob. So we are back to the Internet Archive. So this incident, hacking incident. So we don't know what's going on because the Internet Archive is doing things. They are promoting, books should be free and stuff. That's an interesting idea. Why shouldn't it be free? Information or the source code wouldn't be great. The wonderful. We live in a world where all the information is free. Whatever I do is free for you, and whatever you do is free for me. Like the Free Software Foundation, Richard Stallman. Yeah, that's ideal. Ideally, yeah. But in reality, whenever something you are making money, I'm talking about you, personal, each person, okay? When you are making money and suddenly people demand that it should be free, so you don't make money anymore, then you don't buy this ideology anymore. You see, you can project this ideology to everyone, it should be free, but when it comes to your personal profits or whatever benefits, when they demand this, you lose it. You don't have, you don't get money anymore. Then suddenly you are not happy. You see, when you run a company, when anything you do, the only people who are always promoting this free they are the free riders, typically the students in school. They get paid, their parents, they live in their parents' house, they don't have to worry about food. They demand things should be free, open source. They don't say free. They don't say, actually, we don't demand free beer. Actually, we want just the freedom. That's a lie. That's a fundamental lie. But actually, if Emacs just costs $10 to download, Emacs will die right away, and Linux too. If Linux costs just $10 to download, still open source, it'll die right away. It'll disappear. So essentially, the idea is communism. You cannot, basically, one form of, this open source, basically, communism. It's a great, fantastic ideology. Imagine the world without religions, without war. Yeah, it's a good imagination. but but it will happen only if each one of you singing this song, actually, you give up everything you own, then that will happen. But you will not do that, you see. So anyway, Internet Archive is very questionable thing. So anyway, let's get back to talking about, back to Emacs Lisp coding. Okay, communism. So you see, it's funny when you look at the open source, a lot of people, they will say, it's not communism, it's not communism. Including for China. Let me mention China because some Chinese people in China, I know, programmers, they don't like the CCP, but then they are into open source. But it's not, open source is not communism. It's very different because this. Well, actually, it's just communism, okay? Communism means the ideology, the wonderful ideology where everything is shared, You don't own nothing. You don't have the right, whatever fuck that is, to own a house, a car. Your car belongs to me. Your house belongs to me. Well, I mean, you see, because we are so prosperous, we don't need to have like ownership, you see, or this patent, this copyright. We don't need it. We just share. Today's technology is so great, we just share, you see. Communism, so great. No religion, you don't need it. No rank, ranking, no hierarchy. We are all equal. That's fantastic. Except when it comes to your food, you're eating, you can get 2 pizza or 3, but now you don't have it, then you you get angry. So So you see, today the Richard Stallman, he's the only one, he get all the donations. He become the saint, the saint of GNU. He's got, he don't have to worry. I mean, he's not a greedy guy, but however, he's seen the song, he don't have to pay because of all the donations, like some of the Indian gurus selling you things. So he's good, but me, been coding Emacs Lisp for 15, 20 years. All my packages, the most popular Emacs tutorial was free for 10 years, even a zip file for you to download. Nobody give a fuck. I die of hunger almost killed myself. That is in 2011 for 10 years. Very, very bad. You cannot, if you are American or if you are in any of the so-called developed country, you cannot possibly imagine, my situation. That's a poverty you don't understand. I cannot even try to express. But anyway, so let's go back to the code. Okay, so let's see. Emacs block close. Yeah, so we were going to code. Okay, let's code this. Okay, so I want to show you. So I already have this package. So you can, if you like my stuff, you can pay me and get it. So you can look up, also look up Google Maps, look up word definition, or a specific dictionary, several Wiktionary or dictionary.org. That's open source website, which is very lousy. You can look up synonyms, look up all synonyms, look up etymology of word. Okay, so let's see. Look up, okay? Press 3 keys and you are looking up the synonyms, okay? So look up is, kind of equivalent to pursue, seek, search, look for, shop for, chase, hunt, so that's synonym. Let's go to etymology. Okay, press a few keys, then you got etymology. Magnify. Let's see. looker. Okay, wait. So you got looker, you got viewer, you got overlook. Okay, so but you don't have. So let's try look. So let's just read what is a looker. Okay, looker. This is a looker. Oh, English, lo say one engaged in looking. One who watches over from 1300s, sense of one who has a certain appearance. That's what we say looker today. She's a looker. Is late 1500s, late 1400s. Slam meaning attractive woman, attested from 1893. Oh, 1893, a looker. Okay, so that's some demo of the lookup Emacs package. But let's look at the source code. Okay, so here's the documentation. XOR lookup etymology. Jump to the source code, open it, and here is the source code. You know, just 5 lines, but actually it calls this function. Okay, it calls this function, which take care of a lot of things. This is extremely trivial to write, by the way. So I have written a tutorial on how to write this lookup. So let me show you. Okay, but for now, let's just modify this to be. Okay, so we just modify it based on the lookup etymology. But let me show you how to write this. Okay, you know, full tutorial. So you just search for XOR Emacs tutorial lookup. So Emacs dictionary lookup, Emacs lookup function documentation, command to lookup doc, XOR lookup web. So let's open them. Oh yeah, so here, Emacs Lisp command to lookup documentation. Write your own lookup command. So here's the code, very simple. It doesn't require any library. Doesn't require any external packages. You just require browse -URL, which is part of Emacs. Okay, so you just you know, very simple. You just grab the current word and just call browse URL, and with a URL, the URL will attach, you know, append the word to it. Depending on the website, they have different formats. So that's how you do it. But for now, let's go back here. I want to look up YouTube. Okay, so in order to know to write this, you need to know the format for YouTube lookup. So let's check. YouTube search. You need to know what exactly the format. Okay, so let's search for. Let's say search for format. Let's search for formation. Let's see what that is. Okay. Songs, Beyonce songs. Okay, now copy the URL, copy back here, and paste it here. Okay, so here's the format that YouTube use. So you just, so this is a keyword curly Q. I mean, that's the placeholder. So cut it and put it in here. Okay, so that's it. So let's check. So interactive, that means you can call this command by pressing Meta X. Then you call the command lookup internet, and the first argument is the word. The word is an argument you pass to it. So if it's nil, then this command will automatically use the current word. Okay, then the URL would be this one. and this curly Q word is placeholders. It'll be reformatted. I mean, it'll be replaced with by that word. So let's go to it. So you know, for example, you are searching curly Q on YouTube. Interesting. You know, YouTube has billions and billions of videos. You'll see all sort of things. Like typically we became numb. You know, each one of us have our lifestyle, and so we only see a window of the whole world. You know, we are accustomed to see only part of the YouTube. But when you want to see other things, you just like search for a random word. Almost you can try it. Then you'll see all sort of things you've never seen before. So this one is a starburst curly Q locket. Interesting, cute. Women like those things. And here's origami instructions: single strip, square curly Q. Okay, so this is of interest to me because this is mathematics and geometry. And this one, curly Q, curly girl method, something, something, hair girls things. Okay, so and yeah, interesting. So anyway, so that's it. So then you got association list. You want this to be YouTube. So association list, you want to get this key. So this line is about which browser you want to use for this command, because this lookup word on internet is designed so that for each website you can specify a particular browser for it. For example, Firefox, Brave browser, which is the best, and Google Chrome, or you can specify the Emacs browser. So if you want to do that, just say it here instead of using the list get. So anyway, let's run it. Okay, so actually let's run it. Okay, let's look up on YouTube. So let's try some word. Let's say Emacs Lisp. Okay, select that, meta X, look up YouTube. Okay, do it. Fantastic, it works. Learning Emacs Lisp fundamentals, system crafters. Okay, he's a good resource. There is mine live. Then this one, Emacs Lisp by CK. Okay, I don't know who is this guy, CK. Then Emacs Lisp by Tony Alden. I don't remember who that is. This is me. Learning Emacs Lisp in 30 minutes, Gavin Freeborn. He's also a good guy, good resource. It's too bad usually they don't show my videos, because my videos mostly is live stream, and I don't, so there it is. Okay, actually I found it. Emacs Lisp for beginner 2 years ago. It's live. And here's one, System Crafters. Yeah, he's a good resource. You guys can watch it. And this one is Zoomerscan. You see, Lisp in 100 seconds. You see, very popular. 500,000 views. These kind of scums, Zoomers. The reason they post to YouTube is so that they can amass the most thumb up. So they can make money, they can become influencer. But what the fuck is Lisp in 100 seconds? Who actually can learn a programming language in 100 seconds? Nobody, you see. And you cannot. So what is this? This is a meme. The Zoomer fuckheads, they do this. This is a memes. This is entertainment. Lisp in 100 seconds. And this guy, I found this video before, by the way. He also have like Python in 100 seconds, something, like scumbags. These people are scums. And look at his name, Fireship. typically they are anon. They don't use their real name. Let's stop that. Fuck, these fuckheads, you see. This mean fuck, why is this guy here? Because he's there trying to make money. These are grifters. These are the Zoomer class. Fireship. High intensity code tutorials and tech news to help you ship your app faster. Fucking scum. You see all the social media, he's like promoting himself. He's like, this is norm. This is normal. All the Zoomer generation, like almost all the population, young people, they have no idea what's going on. This is like normal. This is what they aspire to do. What a fucking scum. This so what is the consequence of this? Why are they doing it? Of course, money. It's because, and behind them, they are just pawns. Actually, behind them, it is Google, YouTube. They are making these things. Like Google Ads. They can pay you 40%. I think Google takes like 60%, almost half, something like that. And then they ban, if you talk about politics, that's not what government want you to say, you get banned, things like that. And then Google tried to create the shorts to emulate the TikTok. TikTok is the culmination of brainlessness. Each video now, instead of manually trying to say, learn something in 10 seconds, in 100 seconds, the TikTok is just, everything is just exactly just 20 seconds or something. So you cannot even make a video that's like half an hour to learn something. But it's just brainlessness, purity. Look at these fuckheads. Look at this big O explained with a deck of cards. These fuckheads. These faces, the face of scums, the face of grifting scums. And then the women and men. Okay. So we got the command. Yes. Is it correct? Yes. Is it final? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's just put it into my lookup package. So let's describe key. Press. Okay, jump to the source code. Okay. It's 400, 500 lines of code. So you got all these lookup commands. Then search for define list matching lines. So let's consider, where do I want to put it? Look up YouTube. So that would be, let's say, map. Okay, now put it behind the street map. Okay, so paste it there and put this auto load. This auto load thing in Emacs Lisp is a convention. It's nasty. Okay, because this is a hack. I despise this auto load. Let me explain. So you see, first of all, it's a comment. This is a comment. So comment in a programming language means that the compiler ignore it. It means the comment is just for human consumption, but not so. But actually, some of comment has meaning. You see, this thing, for example, this thing. Then you have to follow it by 3 pound sign. Then the word autoload is like the hack directive that tells the compiler, that tells Emacs that you should set up this function to be auto loaded, meaning that technically it means grab this function name, put it into memory, and also pair it with the location of the file where this function is defined, which is this file, lookup EL, you see. so that when user meta x, you will have this command, even though the file is not loaded yet. Okay, but you will have this command. So when you run this command, it will, associate, you'll get the pair, the location of the file, then load it. Okay, so that's what this auto load hack is doing. You can do it yourself. So, so if you don't want this hack, you have to say auto load. Okay, so for example, auto load function name that, then file name. Okay, file name would be that, the whole file path. Okay, so in Emacs you can abbreviate that to be just that. Okay, so that's okay. So auto load function name symbol file path, then optional docstring. Okay, docstring is optional. It's like this part is temporary docstring because Emacs haven't loaded the file for this function yet, so it doesn't know, it doesn't have access for the docstring. But however, when you do describe function, when you do describe function, this auto load command will show this docstring, just temporarily. So anyway, so delete that, you don't need it. So this auto load comment hack is just that. Okay, so if I am, the leader of Emacs, I would ban this auto load because it's a hack. It's a what the fuck. It's a comment. It's not supposed to. You just yes, do it manually. Specify this auto load. That is my opinion. So, because what is the consequence when you have these hacks? That's when you get the complexities in programming today. Like when you have 1,000 options, 1,000 parameters, this option affect that, and this, you don't know what it is doing. Oh, because there's a convention like this, like for example, this is a comment. Yeah, but it's actually not a comment. It actually do something. Then how do you find out what does this do exactly? Oh, but it's not a function name, so you cannot just like describe function. It's actually, you gotta like try to find, maybe common convention or something. Hack. You see? See, in Emacs Lisp, because I'm familiar, I've been coding it for 20 years, so I kind of know. But to you, you may not know. And worse is when you are, coding Python, JavaScript, Ruby, C, C#, C++, Java, or web technologies, DOM, whatever, CSS, complexity exponential. Like you have no idea what the fuck is going on. Because a lot of them is just hack. This is convenient. Why don't we do this? It saves typing. The C++ industrial programmers, fuckheads. Okay, you see, when you talk to a typical Emacs Lisp, for example, all these good people. Let's go back. Wait, hold on a second. Let's you see, what I'm saying is that when you talk to these, when you watch this, let me do a screenshot of this scumbag. So we have a record that we talked about it. So, a screenshot so I can put into my, today's talk show. Okay, so now go back. You see, these people, let's also do these ones. What a scum. Okay, so but anyway, but we do have good people doing Emacs Lisp tutorials. We talked about system crafters and some of the. Okay, so let's do a screenshot. And I want to give a shout out to this guy, to Gavin, because I think he's doing good. And I don't know who are the other people. But anyway, So what I want to say now is that although these people are great, I think they are doing, good Emacs tutorials, Emacs Lisp tutorials, but usually they don't talk, they don't address, they don't talk the kind of topics I talk. For example, this fucking auto load, fuck, this fucking scum hacks. Okay, typically they don't see it. They'll just tell you how this works. It saves you code. That's it. Okay. Hey, Crystals. Ching ching. Thank you, Crystals. Ching ching. Hey, Crystals. We miss you in XR Discord. So come back. Maybe you should come back. We miss you. It so happens Mo and Dion left, and then we started to have a fresh new direction. So XR Discord now is more to be. We are trying to be more professional. So we don't, we try, so people who join, all of you guys are welcome, but don't just join and start posting shit talk, like brainless shit talk, and like, so we try to get back to more professional, like when you actually have some content. It can be anything. It can be politics too. It can be racial issues, religion, can be programming issues, web dev or Windows frustrations, but don't shit post. Like if you don't have useless, just like try to post something useful. Like that would be that's the direction. So come back, Crystal. So Crystal says, what do mainstream Emacs users think of your ergo key binding hatred of combo keys? Oh, typically, I'm half of the time I'm known as a troll, since like year 2000s, because the way I talk. Like today, I just said these fuckheads with their autoload and C++ idiots. That's usually not acceptable to the typical liberal educated white man. Why do I say white man? Why don't I say black man? Because white men in America here, they run the country, typically. So this liberal educated white people, the way they grew up, not necessarily something wrong, but it just their culture. They don't their culture do not accept when you criticize or attack things in society. So anyway, so I'm kind of known as a troll half of the time, but there are also people who really appreciate my point of view. Now, of course, I'm being a dramatic, sometimes not all like C or C++ coders. I mean, they are not bad people. Also, some of them are great programmers. They're very technical. C, especially when you code C++. Yeah. So what I'm saying. So a lot of people, they do appreciate my Emacs tutorial and my keyboard tutorial. Okay. So they do appreciate my Emacs and keyboard stuff, but they will also often say XR is crazy. So, take his opinion as a grain of thought, But anyway, they usually like especially my keyboard opinions. A lot will say XR is crazy. XR is like, don't know nothing. He's just shallow. But however, his keyboard stuff is correct. You'll see a lot of that. So what do they think of your ergo key binding and hatred of combo keys? Yeah, I mean, I would say a lot of people like it, I would say, in general, they. Okay, I think that's it for today. Elixir of Life. Today's drink is just coffee. So let's see the comments. Noob. Are we done with Advent of Code? No, not yet. Just yesterday, I spent 3 hours. We started to talk about it. Watch yesterday. It's a wild ride. I started to, continue to code the function to find the periodicity of a nesting sequence. Then I started to mention how in Wolfram language you can have the inline string documentation like the Emacs Lisp here. You see inline string documentation. Hold on a second. Let me copy that. Okay, so let's remove that. Okay. Now wait. Make a backup. Go to diode. Byte compile it. Yes, successful. Why do I byte compile it? Because when you do it, usually it'll tell you little errors, like you have unused variables. So it's a good idea to byte compile. But usually after I byte compile, this is the result. Okay, byte compile file. Usually I delete it because byte compile technically is faster. But however, it makes no detectable difference. Like today, it doesn't make a difference for me, unless it's huge package of 5,000 lines. But even for 5,000 lines, for example, my HTML package, that's like, that's about 6,000 lines. You byte compile it doesn't make like the difference. The speed difference is almost undetectable by human. So anyway, we're done with this lookup. Let me talk about what was that I want to talk about. I want to so yesterday, so I started to mention about how the Wolfram language syntax for where is today's talk show? Okay, so we need to go to today's talk show. There. So you go to the talk show index page. Then yesterday, episode 593, I started to talk about the Wolfram language's inline documentation, and I started to mention how that feature in programming language for inline documentation begin in Lisp. Okay, Lisp programming language. It began in Lisp, then it spread to others like Python, Perl first, then Python, then Ruby. Like almost every programming language, you can have inline documentation now. You cannot have that before. Remember, like 30, 40 years ago, it's expensive. Who the hell, add this useless, string into memory, But it began with Lisp programming language. Then I started to mention how also the garbage collection, the automatic memory management feature also came from Lisp. Then I started to talk about the jargon garbage collection. Then it's a wild ride on all sort of jargons. We go over OOP jargons, polyfill, lambda, then Eric S. Raymond, giant topic, and then we talk about philosophy of mathematics, the 3 major schools of philosophy of mathematics. Okay, I think that's it for today. Okay, bye guys. Have Halloween's coming. We bought a Halloween pumpkin, so some kid will come by. Some, they're like maybe 10, 20. So hope you guys have a good Halloween. And I think that's it for today. So we're shutting down in 3 minutes. So Xa lookup is done. So we got this new command, Xa lookup YouTube. Fantastic. Go to the top, change the version date. Let me show you how I do it. There it is. And since we got a new command, so bump up the minor version. Okay, then delete that, save it, close it, show in browser, back to Emacs, close it, close it, close it, show in browser, today's talk show, and delete this list of things. Okay, and oh, there's another thing, one more thing actually. Let me do this. Okay, so now it's red. Oh, I forgot to increase the website font. So we did this lookup YouTube. There's another thing. We'll do it another day. Yep. Then we went over. So yeah, we need to copy the lookup function. How to do it? Not there. Yeah, command to lookup doc. That's a page you want to read if you want to learn how to write this. Okay, close. Then Emacs dictionary lookup. That's not what we want. Then Emacs search. Okay, bye guys. Please explain grandfather clock versus space age. Oh, wait. Didn't I explain that before? I thought I did. Yeah, we did. I mean, we kind of went like long rant about that. So grandfather clock is just so like, okay, here's the thing. Okay, let me go on that. 5 minutes probably. For this occasion, we need to go to XarArts. So in the design of things, in architecture, interior design, or whatever, you have this style of baroqueness, and usually I associate it with grandfather clock. Okay. Okay, let me show you some interesting on my site. It's not search, so well, I mean, so anyway, in design, usually you have this style. As for example, you can look up Wikipedia, the Baroque style, Baroque, or it's fairly complicated, the history. Yeah. So let's. Okay, search Baroque style, then there it is. So in architecture too. So yes, and usually they are very elaborate and gilded, like for example, golden color. For example, Trump, you might have seen Trump's, inside his home is, is kind of like that. Baroque, elaborate, like, and little decoration, like, but this style is roughly the opposite of functional style. For example, these pillars, why should that, little pillars, in that shape, is that necessary? So no. And do you actually need like a bunch of stone pillars under this window? No. So this is not functional. It's not functional. It's a matter of style. But especially this style, it's like so elaborate, like almost very little of it is functional. So on the other hand, so you can go on the other hand to the other extreme of by the way, so for example, you can look at all these, I mean, but so all this old church, beautiful, very beautiful stuff. Okay, especially the grand churches. So, and there are many different styles. So you have to study the history of art. Okay, so this Milan Cathedral in Italy, which is the origin of Rome, beautiful. I mean, like usually I don't associate. I don't think this is not called Baroque. So they have different jargons. Okay, they have different jargons. I like this though. I mean, even though this is not purely functional, but anyway. So, but Baroque is kind of the culmination of elaboration just for useless elaboration just for the sake of it. And also I don't like the Baroque style because usually it's golden, you know. I don't like the, you know, golden color, gilded, you know. So, and here's another style, and also very beautiful. You see, then you know, then this is silly thing. You see, this is beautiful. I mean, it's also historical. You know, like you have these so-called these are called buttresses. They are used. They have this kind of structure so that they can uphold the weight of this giant, huge wall, something like that. So you got these buttresses, and you know, and each of these things, you know, there's a terminology for all these parts. So I think this is steeple. Something, is it necessary? No, but I mean the pillar is necessary, but then you know, but it's beautiful. Okay, so but the opposite of this Baroque, so we got also you know, the Art Deco, which is, I like it very much, very beautiful. Art Deco is basically the style of in Batman. Okay, Art Deco, beautiful. So this one is in India. Okay, so this New India Assurance Building, Art Deco. Okay, this one is in USA, United States of America, beautiful. And this one also in United States of America, beautiful, extremely beautiful. You see, Art Deco. And this one is okay, this is also Art Deco. Yeah, so but you know, so but here we are starting to get into more like functional design. You see, I mean all these are still decorative, but I mean it's more functional design, clean, okay, geometry. So this is Baroque. I hate this one, you know, I hate the Baroque style. So what I'm saying is that, so you can apply that to keyboard, to your house decoration, to sofa. For example, the psychology Freudian sofa, okay, that is, let's see if we can find some pictures. You know, like usually when we think of psychology, we think of this sofa, okay. You know, the client just lies on this sofa. So although, you know, I like this one especially. You know, so I don't like this non-functional. I hate that. I hate those styles. So that is what I mean. I just call them grandfather, especially grandfather clock, like wooden, heavy, and elaborate. You know, I much prefer functional and space, like the most concrete, practical, functional, space age, and light. For example, plastic. Plastic is just amazing invention. Plastic. Imagine, you know, a material that's light and durable. You can drop on the ground, it won't break. Meanwhile, this Asian earthware, you drop on the floor, it breaks. So functionally, the plastic cup is just superior. But today we got the plastic, microplastic going into your balls. That's a different story. So plastic, you know, but people like usually they associate with cheapness, you know. For example, pen. Like today, a lot of people are into pens, you know, the quill pens or whatever, you know. They have, you know, you can go to Amazon, you can shop for pens. Some of them cost few $100s, you know. Like who the fuck use those? You know, usually those people, like, you know, they like Baroque, like Trump, suits and ties and golden pen, and you know, and caps. You have to take it off and then right. So I don't like those. I like scientific, okay, which does not necessarily mean the scientific one should be bad. I mean, there's so many aspects, okay. For example, one of the bad thing about, let me explain. Okay, so Let's search for modern geometric furniture. Okay. Turn on JavaScript. Okay, you don't get much. Let's use Google then. Okay, you need to have JavaScript on, otherwise the image won't show. You see, modern geometric furniture, typically these are shit. These are the worst shit possible. They are uncomfortable. You know, many of the modern, like in modern museum, you go to San Francisco, like modern museum, you know, their building is all glasses, you know, in a geometric shape, you know, a triangle or ball, you know. And typically these are just good for looks, you know, like this you know, so even though it's simple, it's opposite of Baroque, but this is actually shit. But because usually these kind of things, you know, it's kind of nice geometry. I love geometry, but these things are usually just actually not functional. They are just crap. Okay, so so it's, you know, there's some details. There are many aspects you have to dive into. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, bye guys. Bye guys. So let me make some screenshot. We shut down in 1 minute. Okay, so there's reverse lines. Okay, so you need to select or reverse region. Fantastic. Cut it, close it. XArts block, open it, back, close it. Here, yes, and paste it, these three things we talked about. And then let me show you some of the command to, you see, this is my screenshot directory. But now I'm just call some command, do it, do it, do it, do it. It automatically move all these screenshots to my current buffer. Okay, one more. You see, it's all good. It automatically moved to this directory. Showing browser. Go down. So these are the things we talked about today. Fantastic. See you guys.